And we are
Hey
live.
everybody, it's Dave with DII. Hey, thanks for joining us today. We're live in Fairbanks, Alaska. Danielle and I are going to be talking about traveling with your handpan. So you can see today what I'm doing is I'm actually tuning steel drums. These are some drums that I've made and other drums that have been made by other people. But I've been coming up to Alaska pretty much for like 15 years now and tuning up steel drums because that's what I was making before I was making handpans predominantly. So that's what I'm doing here in Fairbanks is I'm tuning up drums for people. And now I want to take you outside because there's a special festival going on. It's called the Midnight Sun Festival because it's summer solstice. So, all
Uh,
right, so I'm going to grab my handpan. Here's my handpan right here. And if anybody has any questions today, feel free to ask.
cool.
It'd
I'm
be
going to
fun to
say
get some
something real quick,
interaction.
Dave.
Yep.
Awesome. Dave's in Alaska right now, everybody. I'm over here in Long Beach, making sure that we can get a feed from Dave. But um, if you guys didn't know, previously to Handpans, Dave used to make steel drums, and he still tunes them. And I asked Dave this question. I go, "Hey, Dave, how many tuners are there in the United States?" He said three, and he's one of them. So
Yeah, there's not many.
not many, and it just surprises me, Dave, because it's it's pretty awesome for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Today he's gonna just to give you a little prelude. He's gonna walk around Alaska today, give you a little playing action. We're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about traveling with your handpan. A lot of customers come in and talk about or ask us about that, like traveling with your handpan. Can you take it on a plane
Yeah.
and stuff like that? And as you can see, Dave is in Alaska, and he did bring a handpan and using one of our Dave's Island backpacks. So I'm gonna give it
There
up
it
to
is.
you, Dave. And now he's walking around Alaska, and he's gonna find a spot to play. And normally, when I travel, this is what we do. we,
Yeah.
we go, put on the backpack, walk around, and find a cool spot to play. So take it
Totally.
away,
Totally.
Dave.
Right on. So this is the Elbow Room, the old Elbow Room up in Fairbanks, Alaska. It used to be like a bar and a restaurant or something like that. And it actually kind of has a really interesting sordid history because it goes back into like the early days of Fairbanks when they were building the Alaska pipeline and all sorts of crazy stuff going on at this little location. But now they've turned it into like a yoga meditation studio, and like they've got the music room in there where they have all the steel drums, and so it's transformed this little area. They've got this really cool mural on the side over here. I don't know if you can see that. Super duper cool. Yeah.
Hey, I'm in
But
Alaska with you.
yeah, right on.
Wow.
So I'm just going to walk down the street here, but they've got all sorts of little performing areas where people are going to be doing performances. And they've got food booths. And so I'm going to just show you a little bit of that. My daughter Josie's with me here today.
Hi, Josie.
Josie's hanging out.
Yee, that's
Yep.
awesome. Wow.
So here, I'm going to turn the camera around so you can kind of see what's going on here. Oh, I don't know if I can do that or not. I don't want to try it. But yeah, we've
Wow.
got all these food booths, people hanging out.
What street are you on right now?
We are on Second Avenue.
Second Avenue in Anchorage, Alaska.
Oh, Fairbanks.
Fairbanks. Oh no, I haven't been to
Yeah.
Fairbanks actually. Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy. I haven't been to
Fairbanks.
Anchorage. Oh, you're up there then. It's up
Oh
there,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's Midnight Sun Festival is what we're doing today, and so that's why people are coming out from all over the place,
Well, it's summertime
enjoying
over
the
there,
festival.
so how's the sun over there?
Well, today it's kind of cloudy. Yesterday it was gorgeous. It was really clear, but it really stays light all night long, and there's always like a little hint of sunlight coming over the horizon, even at like 1 or 2 in the morning, and then it starts to rise again. So it's really fun. You have energy like all day. You can just keep going. Last night I was with my daughter last night at 11 o'clock p.m. talking on the porch, just hanging out on the porch, just talking because it was light. It felt like it was 6 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
In LA, that sort of thing.
Oh wow, crazy.
Yeah. So here, let me turn it around a little bit more.
Well,
T-shirts. There's a little solstice festival of some sort there.
nice.
We got a T-shirt here. Josie and I got some T-shirts. as
Wow.
souvenirs over these little t-shirts. That was fun. Yeah, and actually, the steel band that I'm tuning for is going to be tuning or going to be playing later on today
Mm-hmm.
at this little booth up here. There's going to be a stage.
Are you
So,
gonna watch it?
well, I'm going to be
Oh,
participating
participating.
in
Oh, you're
that. Yeah,
performing
yeah, yeah,
too.
yeah.
Oh wow,
So I'm
I
going to
didn't know
go.
that.
I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go live again tonight. So I think that performance starts at 7 o'clock p.m.
Yeah.
That's just here. So I think LA that would be 8 o'clock p.m. Pacific time.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
No, super cool. Well,
Yep.
let's talk about your experience with the handpan. What airline did you go on? First of
Oh,
all.
Alaska Airlines. Oh, yeah. So I did have a little bit of an ordeal with my flight.
Okay.
I went on Alaska Airlines, and they're totally awesome. I love Alaska Airlines. But this time around, it turns out that I had two pieces of luggage, and I wanted to test putting my handpan in the backpack
Right.
into baggage rather than taking it onto the plane.
Okay.
So a lot of people have questions about how do you travel with your handpan
Yeah.
on a plane. And typically, I would suggest that you take it on as carry-on luggage because it is a musical instrument. And typically, in larger planes, the ones that just the typical larger plane, has plenty of space up in the bins up above the chairs and the seats and that sort of thing. So it's usually not a problem. You can take it on, and it's not usually a problem. But occasionally, they'll say, well, there's no space. Can we put it down below? And so this time I just wanted to kind of test it. I do this frequently. Whenever I go places, I kind of test, how my handpan would travel in different circumstances. So this time I decided to make it luggage. So I put it in with the baggage and had it, tag on it and everything like that with the baggage tag.
Mm-hmm.
But I also had my tools because I'm coming up here to tune the steel drums. I had all my tools in a separate baggage piece of luggage. So we get up here to Fairbanks, and we're looking at the baggage turnstile. Here's the little stage, by the way, that we're playing at later today. So,
Dave, famous steel drum. Nice.
yeah, no, it's going to be fun. It'll be fun. We're going to go live for that, too.
Oh, that's cool.
But, yeah, so the baggage turnstile is moving around. Everybody's grabbing their bags. And I found my handpan. I was like, cool. So I had Josie do a video of me grabbing the handpan out of the baggage, I was like, yay. And then we're looking for my other bag, and it's a bright orange, so it's really easy to find.
Right.
But it wasn't there. I'm like, where is it? Where's my tools and my stuff that I need to use to tune the steel drums up here? And it turns out that it went to Washington, D.C. instead of Fairbanks.
It wasn't on the plane with you. Wow.
No, it was not on the plane.
Oh, wow.
So that kind of threw a little hiccup into my plans here. So
Right.
I've only had a few days to tune all the drums.
Right.
So I ended up having to go to the store to buy a hammer, and I had to shape it and make a hammer in order to tune some of the drums. Luckily, my electronic tuning device was in my backpack that I had with me. So luckily I had that, and I was able to tune some drums. Anyway, so it took them a day and a half to get the orange bag to me.
The handpan
So I
was
got
okay,
it last
though?
night.
The
handpan was okay.
Tell me how
But,
you
yeah.
Tell me how you packed it. Like, did you
Oh,
just
yeah.
put it in
So
the bag?
Yeah, I'll show you when I sit down. I'm going to come
Oh,
over
okay.
here and
All
to a
right,
little
okay.
spot to sit down.
All right, cool.
I'll show you in a second. Here's a little bit more street festival here for you.
Oh, they have 3-on-3? Oh, basketball.
I don't know what they're doing.
Josie,
Kids
get
out
in
there
there.
playing.
Josie, get in there.
Totally.
She's all, I could do it. I could take him.
By the way, here's the Yukon Quest building. I think this is either where they start or finish the Iditarod, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The dog sled thing.
Oh, wow.
So they've got all sorts of dog sled information here. And this
Oh,
probably
wow.
looks totally different in the winter. It's probably
I bet you,
snowy
yeah.
and icy. Yeah.
I totally bet you.
Anyway, so I packed the handpan in just the backpack with a hard hat this time around.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned out just fine.
Wow.
So I was very lucky, and I did a little test video. Josie did a video of me taking the handpan out and showing what it sounds like.
Nice.
So I'll show that to you guys later. There she is. All right, here we are with the Chena River. This is the Chena River here
Wow.
in Alaska.
And I like what you're
Like a
doing, Dave,
gigantic duck.
because this is what you do with your handpan. This is what I like to do: is just go places
Exactly. So
and play.
actually, I found a spot earlier today to do like a little handpan video, and I was thinking like right over here would be nice.
Sweet,
So we'll see how it goes.
right by the
Because you can
fountain.
see
Yeah,
that statue and the
yeah,
river
yeah, yeah,
behind us.
yeah, totally.
So, yeah, that's basically the essence of it. There's people standing here that I didn't expect to be standing here. It took our spot.
It took your spot. Just go for it, Dave.
So, yeah.
Let's see
So,
what
do you have
happens.
any? So, Daniel, what are your experiences with traveling with a handpan?
Well, I like in the last few years, I think it's been the last 3 years, we were traveling before COVID. We were traveling to Europe, and I'm gonna bring myself on here. We were traveling to Europe, and yeah, I would take my handpan and my ukulele. So like you said, you can bring one carry on, but if you have
Yeah,
another bag, it's kind of weird. So I try to get away with it and go, hey, I just have these are instruments, and sometimes they let me
yeah,
go, sometimes they don't. It depends on the airlines. And then I have checked it. I have checked the bag going to Europe, and yeah, no issues at all. I didn't have
nice.
any problems.
Yeah,
Um, the only like maybe issue would be like if you're going between cities on a smaller plane, like in Europe, like you can take hops to different cities, and the planes are
yeah.
smaller. And basically what the person said, since the seats are so cheap, what people do is they buy another seat for their instrument because you can't
Ah,
bring on and
yeah,
carry on
yeah.
because it won't fit in the little planes. It won't fit.
Right, right.
So and I didn't know this, and they had to check it. It was like I had to check that and my ukulele because I was trying to take my ukulele on, and my
Yeah,
ukulele was only in a gig bag, so and it survived, and I was like, oh thank God.
yeah.
But with the handpan, it really hasn't been that bad. But I'm glad you traveled with it just now because I wanted to see the differences on what they're doing with the baggage because it constantly
Right.
changes. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
definitely would
yeah.
check with the airlines first because at that moment they might say, oh, it's oversized because it's up to the airlines, and they might say
Yeah,
it's oversized, and I don't know what the charge is for
right.
actually doing that. So, and
Yeah.
if you're late trying to get to your plane, you have to go through the
Oh, yeah. It can be pretty wild.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. But and then having the backpack because I've used just the Dave's Island backpack, and it's nice to like walk because I love going to spots like you are right now and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
and just play. Actually, that looks like a great spot, dude. Wow, awesome.
yeah. I'm gonna try to steal that spot over there if I can later.
Oh, okay, cool.
Somebody's sitting in my spot.
That's crazy. You should just do
Let's
it
see.
right there.
See
You
if
should
it'll
just
work
sit.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I think
just
I can do it right here. This actually would be pretty good.
yeah, I think
So, hey, Daniel, do you mind if I log out real quick? I want to see if I can turn the camera around to make it the front-facing camera,
all right,
and my
cool.
daughter can hold the camera.
All right.
So I'm gonna log out and log back in.
Alrighty.
Hopefully everything will work out. But here we are in Fairbanks, Alaska. If anybody has any questions about traveling with their handpan, feel free to ask. I'll be back in a second.
All right, Dave. I'll be right here. All right, everybody. That's Dave in Alaska. Right now, we're just gonna wait for him to come back on. But uh-oh, here he comes. He's coming back. He's coming back. Guest in the green room. Oh, Sapita. Hi, Sapita. Oh, Sapita's here. Oh my goodness. All right. Actually, I kind of want to go over. Like Dave's traveling right now, and I want to go over kind of what we do. Oh, he's getting his spot. Oh,
You
look at
see me?
that. Yes, I see you, Dave. You're coming
Awesome.
back.
Perfect.
Sapita's trying to get on, but I don't think.
Awesome.
I don't know. I don't see her right now. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, Sapita is in Yellowstone with a DII handpan. So she was traveling with the DII handpan this week also. So
Right.
I asked her to like come in and check in with us
She's not.
and see if she can get on.
She's not connecting right now. So.
Yeah, her connection might be sketchy. I don't know.
Wow, what a
She's up
great
in
spot.
Yellowstone.
That's a good spot. I like that. I like that.
Cool. All right, so
Awesome.
this is the baggage tag, right? So traveling with a handpan. So obviously I put this in baggage this time. So it's got the baggage tag on it, and then I just had the backpack and the hard hat on the top. And on this one, I didn't have a hard hat on the bottom, and I kind of forgot that I have notes on the bottom to protect those. But luckily, even just in the backpack, going through luggage and the baggage and all that sort of thing, all the way up here to Fairbanks, everything's fine. Everything sounds good. And so I was just really happy with the way it turned out. Of course, I don't really suggest traveling with the handpan in baggage because is that risk that it could get damaged. But really what I'm just trying to convey is like if worse comes to worse and they just don't have any space in like the compartment with the passengers for carry-on baggage and they say you have to put it underneath, most likely it'll probably be okay, but you just the better you secure it with like, you know, hard hats or hard covers, that sort of thing inside the backpack, the better your chances are that it's going to be fine. Cool. So anyway, so yeah, that's it. And I don't know, is anybody watching? Does anybody have any questions out there? Great to have
Dave,
questions.
there's no questions right now, but
okay, got it.
I love what you're doing. That's exactly how did you put any towels on the bottom?
No, actually, but that's a good idea. Like if in the backpack when you're traveling with it, you mean?
Yeah. Oh, but you didn't. You just put the hard. This is just the hard hat and the thing. So no towels. Because I always suggest like putting a towel in and or a blanket because like sometimes you're gonna be out in the grass and that's a good way to just put it down if you want to sit down and play, you know, stuff like that. So that's a cool thing. Another thing is like with our Dave's Island stands, I usually bring one of those, and what I'm sitting on right now,
right?
I always bring this, and that's the one that you bought, Dave. This is what's cool. But that's what I bring. Actually, when I travel, because those fit in my bags, and then when I go hiking, that's what I usually bring, so I can have a stand for my handpan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I went super light this time. There's no stand, no stool. I just found like a little bench to sit on, and here I can play. That's the cool thing about handpans, you know, it's like you can just basically pick it up and go pretty much anywhere and just sit on the ground, sit on a bench, and just start playing and having a good time.
Cool.
So, by the way, at this point, Josie, since I've got my headphones in, you can actually kind of move around a little bit and look at things while I play. Like if I start playing, because it'll pick up the handpan, you can kind of just show images of the river while I play. But yeah, I wanted to check in with everybody today, just tell everybody about how we made it to Alaska. And here I am playing at the Solstice Festival, the Midnight Sun Festival. And I wanted to show you guys how we travel with our handpans here at DII and the different options you have when you are traveling. And Daniel, this is awesome. Thanks so much for hosting. Basically, you're the host this time.
No, it's awesome. No, it's so awesome. Like, actually, technology nowadays, because you're up in Fairbanks, Alaska. I don't even know how far that is, but and the feed is coming in really well, and you're there. So, geez, I want to hear some playing. Let's hear some playing.
Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So I guess I'll just play a little bit.
All right, cool. Hi, Sapita. I see you.
Oh, is she there?
Yeah. Actually, you want to talk? Since we have her, I'm going to bring her on.
Absolutely, bring her on.
All right, let's see. Sapita, can you hear us? You're muted. I don't know why you're muted. You have to unmute. Oh, she's not coming in. Let's see if she comes in. Can you hear us, Savita?
Hi! Yeah!
Oh, there she is. Dave.
Savita!
Hi!
How are you, Savita? I can't see you because my daughter's taking the video, but I'm glad to hear your voice.
Oh my God, what a background you have, David.
Oh, good, good, yeah. Here we are in Fairbanks, Alaska.
Very peaceful, very beautiful.
So where are you, Sapita?
I am currently in Jackson Hole, south of Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park.
Yeah, awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm currently in a park that it's called Town Center, and they're having a lot of, let me see if I can show you, a lot of moose and elks. Is it horn? Am I right? So that's how they designed the park, if you can see. Can you?
Yeah, we can see it, totally.
Can you see?
Yes, we can see.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, great.
No, amazing. Did you, okay, I have a question. Did you bring your handpan with you?
Oh, of course, it's sitting next to me.
It's that. This is hilarious because Dave's over in Alaska, you're in Jackson Hole, I'm in Long Beach, but we were just talking about traveling with our handpans, and did you fly to Jackson Hole or did you drive?
I I drove actually, and I think it's one of the best and most important subjects to be able to keep the handpan safe. Yeah, I would love to hear. I don't know if you already talked about it, but I would love to hear my experiences mostly with the regular backpack to carry the handpan and not the carry-on luggage. So I
Well,
will be more than happy to share my personal experience.
oh yeah, totally. Tell us, like, you've flown with that's the biggest thing right now, I think, because some people, like, actually, I just sold a handpan the other day, and that's what she was asking me. She was like, how does it travel? And everybody asked me, like, and then I'm like, yeah, because I've traveled to
Sure,
Europe on the plane, and I give them my tips. But what I find is every airline is different. But
sure.
you can carry on or you can check. Either way, it's no problem. The pan, I have never had an issue with the pan getting messed up. So,
Mm,
oh yay! Look how pretty.
DII babies here.
Nice. So tell us your experience. I guess flying
Sure.
with the hand pan.
I've been driving here, but when I'm flying, I always take it with me to the airplane. I never check it in personally,
Right.
just because I feel more safe myself to have my handpan with me. I just feel it's super precious and it's a part of me. That's why I don't want to let it go to go somewhere that goes hand to hand. So this is a very personal opinion that I feel like I would like to have it with me.
Uh
And I've
huh.
been playing in the airports before, so it's nice if you
Nice.
have a long layover just to start playing. People come and sit
Yeah.
next to you and appreciate you because you make their time, while they're waiting hours and hours
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
for to wait
Absolutely.
for their flight.
Yeah, that's a good
So
thing.
yeah, it's been a great experience. But when I'm driving, actually, the one thing that I try to be cautious about and I would like to share is the sun because it can be
Hmm.
really tricky. So if you can keep it somewhere and you can keep it safe from the sun and make sure if it gets hot to not to take it out and start playing right away. That has been my personal experience to keep it safe from cold, from sun, from rain.
Oh, she's breaking up. Breaking up.
Yep.
Our, oh yeah, and so I guess we
Can
will.
you hear
You're
me?
you're
There's
bri-
there she
you're
is. There she is. Oh, in and out.
in and out, in and out. That's
So yeah. So
Sapita. We'll get back to her
Okay,
in,
perfect.
in a minute. I
Ooh.
think you're like frozen right
Oh
now.
no.
Yeah, you're frozen. Well, if you might be able to reset,
Sure.
that'd be kind of cool, and then we'll come back to you. All right, Dave.
Sure.
yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, I'm loving it. It's so much fun hearing Sapita's stories because she travels a lot with her handpan. So it's interesting to hear people's stories and how they do it. And because a lot of beginners have these questions like, how do you travel with a handpan, and like what do you put it in, and where do you put it, and a lot
Right.
of people usually have the question about the carry-on. They're concerned that if they take it onto the plane, that somebody's going to say no, you can't take it onto the plane. But pretty much every time I've always taken one, they always say yes or it's not an issue.
Yeah.
There's only been like I think two times when they didn't have space or the plane was too small for me to put the handpan above me,
Uh huh.
and so they actually put it in the captain's closet one time, which was really kind of cool. So it was still on the plane with me, but it was in the captain's closet. Um, and then I think one time they had me tag it and put it in kind of like a stroller. Sometimes at the beginning or at the entrance of the plane, they
Yeah.
take strollers and that sort of thing and set them aside. So I had to do that one time, and then I just immediately got the handpan back when I got off the plane. So just like a stroller, like for a child, that sort of thing.
Right.
So there's been a couple of occasions where it did get out of my hands, but usually there's space on the planes for handpans to be, so you can travel pretty easily.
Yeah, and I like what Sapita talked about. Like she was saying, I think if you unmute yourself, Sapita, I think you can get back on maybe. But
Sure.
I liked how you
Oh, there
talked.
she is.
Yeah, I liked how you talked about playing in the airport. That is amazing.
Yeah.
people are so stressed out, and to calm, it's weird. Just I think any music, because I play ukulele or handpan, or I play both, like because I'll usually have both of the instruments with me. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's
Once I took my handpan with me in a backpack. I was backpacking in an island in one of the Channel Islands in Southern California, and I took it with me. So I was taking less clothes, and I was so happy that I had my instrument on me. And it's really interesting. On the boat, people were asking me because I wouldn't put it down. I always had it on. People were asking, "Are you carrying a grill with you?" And I was
Yeah,
laughing
yeah,
so. But then
yeah.
when
For
we
some
get to the
reason,
island, sorry, go ahead.
for, s- yeah, for some reason, people think it's a barbecue frequently. I don't know why.
it's hilarious though. It's like
Yeah.
wow. Yeah, we
So
do
I
that.
just I just told them, yes, just wait till we get to the island. I'll grill some music for you.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll cook up some music for you. Yeah.
Hey,
That-
hey, Sapita, have you ever had anybody have you
Yes,
like when you
David.
get on a plane? When you get on a plane, have you ever had a stewardess or somebody at the gate tell you that you can't bring the handpan onto the plane? Have you had any difficulty with that?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
think the flight attendant has been so nice. I had one issue that once my handpan wouldn't fit in above the seats, but I
Yeah.
asked the flight attendant, and they took it somewhere safe for me. And after
Right.
the flight landed, they handed it to me. That was the only
Yeah.
case. Yeah.
Yeah. That same thing happened to me too. Like at some point there wasn't any space, and they put it in the captain's closet.
Oh,
So
Captain's
yeah,
closet.
Dave,
yeah. So it
we
was
have a
good.
quick question from Derek Landers. I'm gonna
Okay.
add this. He's asking, how thick is the metal of DII handpans? We had this question before. It's kind
Oh,
of weird.
good question. Usually, we've got two different kinds of handpans. We've got the RS stainless steel, and we've got this one is like a satin handpan, which we call the Luna satin. And Luna satin has slightly thinner steel. It's probably like 1.1 millimeter steel, and then the RS is 1.2, which is 18 gauge, I believe. So that's usually the thicknesses that I like to use.
Cool. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of goes with what we're talking about because how well will metal take a hit if it does take a hit while you're traveling? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
yeah,
If it's too thin, it could dent more easily, that sort of thing. But
yeah, yeah.
usually handpans are never really made with anything really much less than 1.1 or 1.0, maybe at least.
Oh, okay, cool.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because like say for the notes, when you're making the note, is that thinner in that spot, obviously, than the interstitial metal? So the interstitial
Uh,
metal will be the full thickness, and then the notes will be thinner, or is it?
I would say there's probably a very negligible difference between those areas. I mean,
Uh,
I actually hammer the interstitial metal probably more than I do the notes, so I would actually assume that this is thinner than the notes. Truthfully,
it's
it would
just
be almost
denser.
opposite of what you were just talking about. Yeah.
Wow,
Well, just
interesting.
because I'm pushing this metal out with a hammer,
Uh huh.
and then this metal I don't. I mean, I hammer on it to tune it, but so if anything, I think that would be thinner. Sometimes it might be thinner, like right around the perimeter of the notes, because sometimes you do some stretching with the hammers there.
Right.
Um, but we're talking about very small tolerances, very small minutia of thickness differences. So it wouldn't really be that different.
I hate to get
Yeah.
technical on you, but yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully that answers your
Yeah.
question, Derek. But I want to see you play right there. Actually, it'd be kind
Yeah,
of
I do
funny.
too.
You know what I want to like? I think. Well, we can't play together, but if Sapita,
Yeah.
if you want to play at the same time, it would just kind of be cool to see. You
Yeah,
listen to
we could try.
you listen to Dave, but you're playing out there. I'm not. I can't have both sounds going. So Sapita. Oh, we lost her anyway. So go ahead and
Okay,
play,
we
Dave.
lost video.
Yeah.
All right, man. Daniel, and by the way, I think we're pretty much done. I just wanted to talk about how we got here to Fairbanks and kind of share the event with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to play, and we can just kind of fade out from there. So let me just play and enjoy my instrument here
Alrighty.
in Fairbanks, Alaska.
There. That sounds awesome, Dave.
All right. Thanks a bunch,
Hey, just
Daniel.
remember, don't forget, today is Juneteenth.
Oh, that's right.
It's the
Yeah.
like, there's a lot of stuff happening around here, so people.
That's right.
Yeah, so it's a crazy day. And Sapita
Right
is
on, man.
back, and I will put her on, and then maybe she can play where she's playing. Sapita, we're about to leave and go out with music, so why don't you go ahead and play where you're playing, but stay muted. And then, here, let me make sure I can get her on here.
Yeah, thank you, Sapita. Thank you so much for checking in with us. All right,
Thank
I'm
you,
gonna start
David.
playing.
Thank you, Daniel, for having me.
You're welcome. So
Have a
you
good
play
day.
there, mute out, and then Dave's going to
Sure.
play there, and then we'll finish off. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
So this is Dave and Sapita in Colorado, or Jackson Hole and Alaska, and I'm in Long Beach. So
Yeah,
enjoy
man.
your Juneteenth, everybody, and we will see you in the next couple weeks. It almost works. That's so crazy. All right, guys. Everybody, thank you for joining us. We had a short one today. It was the travel issue. Everybody's out there traveling. COVID restrictions are lifting, and it's great to see everybody's happy face. See you out there. Namaste.
See you later.
Don't forget to breathe.
See you.